Hello everyone, welcome aboard United Airlines Flight 901. We're going to be taking United Airlines from London Heathrow to San Francisco, and we'll be crossing the North Atlantic Ocean. This flight takes about 11 hours and 10 minutes. So yeah, this is going to be a long haul flight for the 200ER, and I'm excited to bring you guys from London Heathrow to San Francisco. We are going to be kind of traveling through the night, and then we're going to land sometime in the morning, 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. So it's gonna be a pretty cool sunrise once we get there. So yeah, I'm really excited to bring this plane to San Francisco. And our range for today, I'm gonna have to double check. Okay, I don't have the sim brief loaded up, but I will let you guys know the range of the flight. And well, let's get this flight started. Alright, so I am very excited to operate Flight 901 from London Heathrow to San Francisco, and our range for today is 4,800 nautical miles, just under 5,000, so yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool flight, and I can't wait to see the sunrise once we get into San Francisco. Oxygen tested. Okay, there we go. We're going to check that off. And now, next thing we got to do is put in our coordinates. Alright, there we go. EGLL is the airport code. Alright, there we go. Sim brief, payload, and the fuel. So yeah, we are going to be carrying a lot of fuel today for our flight. So we are going to be a bit heavy. We have a cruising altitude of about 34,000 feet. And I think that's going to be our cruising altitude for the entire flight, I believe. It may change, but as far as I know, it's just going to be 34,000 feet for today. Okay, 46 degrees for our cell temp. Take off. Center of gravity is going to be 26%. Let's put that in there. And we're going to be using Flash 5. Usually the 777 uses Flash 5. I know the 300ER, the 777F, and basically all the other ones, they usually use Flash 5. But that also depends on like weather conditions. If it's like stormy weather, then a few extra knots of flaps is going to be very beneficial. So that way we can kind of ensure safety and regards to speed. Alright, so we're going to remove our ground power and the chocks as well. And then we're going to come down here, go to our pre-flight V1 speeds. Our doors aren't closed yet, so I'm not going to check it off until our doors are closed. Alright, let's go ahead and tune into the frequency of 121.7. This is actually pretty fun, like using the little radio panel. I always thought it was very confusing. That's why, like, when I first started like playing this game, it was a bit confusing, but now I actually got the hang of it, so it's a good thing to use. Okay, so as always, as we push back, we're gonna go ahead and actually I gotta turn on my hydraulics and the window heat. I forgot to turn this stuff on before. I usually turn it on before pushback, but for some reason I just forgot this time, but it's all good. We're going to go ahead and start engine number 1 first. Get that engine online. Then after that, engine 2 will follow up. And then while we push back, we are going to conduct our what's it called? Our flight control test. Or actually I might do it once we stop, I don't know. But either or, I'm going to get it done just before we get the aircraft moving. Flight 901 is now ready to move. Alright, let's get this aircraft to runway 27 left. The airport actually looks pretty cool for Xbox. I mean, it ain't the it doesn't look as good as PC, but for Xbox it looks like really good, really decent. And by the way, I cannot wait to hear these Pratt & Whitney's roar. Cannot wait. So I'll see you guys on the runway. Alright, let's go ahead and straighten up real quick. We're just down turning on to 27 left, and then we're gonna kind of straighten out a little bit. You know, I keep forgetting that like I'm using the 200 ER, which is like much shorter than the 300. But I mean, it's still a big aircraft, but it's like I don't have to be as cautious as the 777 300. But let's go ahead and set our clock, and then we're ready for takeoff.
Airspeed's alive. Knots.
Wow, would you look at that? It's like a purple, like, gaze or something. Or not a gaze, but a daze, or it's something like that. It looks pretty cool though. It's actually amazing. We are at a cruising altitude of 34,000 feet though, so we are going to be enjoying this view for quite a while. Alright, it's time for our descent. And look at the sun just like beaming into the cockpit. That's actually realistic. You know, for Xbox, it's not like terrible. Like, some people make fun of Xbox, but you know, you gotta give credit though. It does look pretty cool. I'm pretty sure PlayStation 5 would be better, but hey, it's really impressive.
$2,500. 1000. 500. 400. 300. 200.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Alright, I welcome you guys to San Francisco, and I will admit that landing was a bit hard, a little firm, but I mean, we're alive, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and taxi over to the gate, and San Francisco airport is looking pretty fired today. I had downloaded the airport, so I'm actually able to sit here and fly around it without my screens getting cut off. But hey, we're good. We landed safely, and thank you guys for joining me on this 11-hour flight. Alright, so we've now arrived at the gate. Alright, this has been a pretty successful flight. I'm gonna do another one like these, but I'm gonna do it with British Airways next. Probably not for my next video, but if I am gonna travel to San Francisco, I might use British Airways, which is a pretty cool airline. I might either use the 200 ER or the 300, whichever one I see fit, or whichever one you guys see fit. I'll do just that. But yeah, let's go ahead and park up at the gate. There we go. Well, actually, no. Okay, we had to scoot up a little bit. Alright, I think we're good. Well, that's the end of this flight. Let's go ahead and shut the aircraft down. And thank you guys for joining me.